Top of the 8th, Rockies 3, Phillies 2. Seth Halverson, the new pitcher for Colorado. And the first batter he'll face is Nick Castellanos.
Realmuto and Bohm are the scheduled hitters.
Castellanos swings and misses an inside splitter, strike one.
So the money that stays in the game, just to remind you that he's at right field. Halverson's numbers: 3.50 ERA.
Just one homer allowed. It's a hard thrower.
Castellanos broke his bat, and he got a base hit out of it.
Castellanos is aboard.
Into the alley in left center field, in the gap, I should say. And a leadoff single for Nick Castellanos with some firewood to go along with it.
Broken bats. That one a splitter, 89. Halverson will sit at about 100 with his fastball. He throws it 44% of the time. The splitter at 91 and the slider at 90.
JT Realmuto now to the plate for the Phillies. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 3. And he takes a slider below the zone for ball one.
JT is 0 for 3. Probably happy that a right-hander is in the game. He's hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
One little offering from Seth. And it gets away from Jacob Stallings to the backstop, and up to second goes Castellanos.
I don't know, but I think something broke in the back wall.
And just like that, the Phillies had the game-tying run in scoring position.
Not a whole lot, Stallings. I mean, that's in front of the left-handed batter's box. It's there 100.1 miles an hour.
And the tying runs at second. And it's
3 balls, 0 strikes on Realmuto.
It's got to be taken here, right?
2-0.
A little scary if you're a Rockies fan right now.
Game has changed.
Look over at second, now the 3-0. In there, strike one.
There's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do with that one. This pitch has to be perfect for JT. Something out over the plate to at least advance Cassidy to third base.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Count was full.
May have been ball 4, although you really want to put it in the hands of the umpire.
Ron Copa has not had the best night.
And here's the full count delivery from Seth.
For the crew chief. Inside.
Check swing. And Realmuto went around. So Halverson strikes out Realmuto for out number 1 of the 8th.
Well, they're not even that close.
Oh yeah, that's a sword for Realmuto.
Yeah, JT was
sword
for him to even sell it. All right, so
and he knew it right away too. JT immediately walked off.
Last time up.
All right, 1 out, top of the 8th, runner at second. Here's Alec Bohm. He takes his slider down and away for ball 1.
Mundo is out in the on-deck circle. The right-hander up.
A lot of Philly fans in attendance here in Coors Field as Edmundo Sosa's going to be pinch hitting. He's on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
A little tardy.
Fastball at 100 on the inside quarter of the zone.
Suave queso. Easy cheese. Trade places with him here, Alec.
Here's the 1-1 offering.
Overthrew that.
Down and away.
Phillies are trying to overcome a deficit here.
2-1 now the count.
In the 8th inning. They're 1-15 when they're trailing after 7. Where they had that win against the Tampa Bay Rays, they were down 4 and they won it in extra innings. So they have that capability.
Bohm, high fly ball to center field. Backing up his Doyle at the track. And he leaps, and it's gone! A game-changing 2-run homer for Alec Bohm. 20, pitch miss to the center, and the Phillies take a 4-3 lead in the 8th.
Here from Ball.
You want to talk about loud noises?
Wow!
Deepest part of the ballpark for the Phillies third baseman. He hits one about 84 feet his last at bat down the third base line for
That
infield
pitch from
single.
Seth was right down the
This is
middle.
your giant home run
I thought
line.
Bone got underneath of it,
Alec Bohm. Dead
but
center.
no, he didn't.
22 to center field.
Better
He
believe it.
just muscled it out. And Alec Bohm has given the Phillies the lead.
They got
And now here's Edmundo Sosa. Oh, he's not pitching.
at the
He's
center
been in the game.
fence.
And
He
Doyle
may have been
leaped.
able to pull it back.
He
I don't know.
almost got it, but he couldn't.
22, you say?
Yeah.
450. I don't know. That would be.
Edmundo Sosa having a multi-hit
Yeah,
night.
you're right.
He
Swinging
swings and misses to the fastball in the zone.
Wow, what a swing.
Quickly, nothing in 2 on him. And man, what a homer for Alec Bohm to change the tide in the Phillies' favor.
Here the Let's Go Phillies chants.
0-2. Sosa shoots one into right field, base hit.
It's his
They are all over Seth Halverson at the moment.
And Max Kepler's going to
A
pitch.
single for Sosa,
He's doing it.
and now we'll get a pinch hitter for Philadelphia. It's Max Kepler.
It slid right into his barrel.
So think about that, though. You have to be prepared for 100. And you're able to react and get a slider.
That's why he's down there and we're up here. And it's a big swing. That's the perfect way to put it, partner.
And it looks like we're going to pitch him.
Time
No,
now
we're
for a
just getting them out.
Fan Tribute Quiz answer presented by FanDuel. After Alec Bohm's giant home run replay. All right, who holds the record for most home runs by a Phillies player here at Coors Field, then?
I'm going to say Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard, Red, is the correct answer.
All right. How about it? 10 of them. It's quite a lot, considering they only out here once a year.
He did love hitting here, though, as many people do. He also loved hitting here in the postseason. Alex on
Max
top
Kepler
nine,
pitch
and
hitting.
Douglas Kepler will pitch. Reminder, the Mets have lost tonight to the Red Sox, 3-1.
First pitch to him is a high fly ball to right field.
It's off the end of
But
the
it's
bat.
right to Mickey Moniak for the second out of the inning. Kepler flies out on the first pitch. And now to the plate for the Phillies
Signaled in his pitch
will
appearance
be
last inning.
Great seven
Brandon
pitch
Marsh.
at bat. Hit a bullet between
The nine-hitter.
shortstop and third baseman.
the bottom of the Phillies order.
Tony Gwynn.
And he's 1 for 1 tonight.
Five-hole.
He did not start the game.
That was a great sign for Brandon to do that.
Yeah.
too.
Check over at first.
He's leading.
Sosa gets back in time.
Sosa now has 8 hits against the Rockies this season, 8 for 11.
Hitting 375.
First pitch to Marsh
Back toward the
is up the middle, off the mound, and everyone's going to be safe.
Marsh gets his second hit.
Got it.
There's a pretty big insurance run out there at second base.
You enter the game in the 7th inning.
And
And then the 8th
it
inning.
just snuck under the glove of Halverson,
They'll
and
take
it popped up into the air off the mound. And by the time Tovar got to it,
They're going to bring the
Marsh
athletic
and Sosa
trainer
were
out
safe.
With, Warren Schaefer to check on Halverson.
Also to give their guy in the bullpen a little chance to get loose here.
He said he was
I
okay.
don't know how that could have hurt.
Warren Schaefer is coming out
Honestly.
to talk to Seth Halverson
Alexander.
as Scott Alexander is warming up in the bullpen for Colorado. Did that hit Halverson? I thought it got by him cleanly. It just bounced off the mound. Maybe it got him in the foot. It makes sense. I thought it just bounced off the mound. Took a high bounce off the mound, off the rubber.
You're right, That is a big strike.
Maybe not. It did go off. Maybe it did go off his foot. I don't know. But anyway, the Phillies order turns over to the top, and here's Trade in the plate. Swing and a miss. 100-mile-per-hour heater
Right, but you really tip the cap.
at the top of the zone for strike one.
Yeah.
To be able to adjust to a slider. Unless he's looking slider, which I doubt he is.
Trey hits this one into the right center field. It's past the diving Doyle, and that's going to be some runs for the Phillies. Marsh scores. Sosa scores. A 2-run double to clear the bases for Trey.
Great for the Phillies that Doyle, a Gold Glover, would dive for a ball like that.
That is remarkable. Phillies stringing them together here in the top of the 8th. Not the most efficient route there by Doyle in center. Luckily, Moniak was there to back him up. That's going to be it for Halverson.
Yeah, because Turner could have had a second triple of the night. And now he's got a single, a triple, and a double in tonight's ball game. Halverson's night is done.
That's the end of the night for Seth.
It's our Nissan call
The
to
Phillies lead now 6-3. In the top of the 8th, Scott Alexander will come in. And we'll be right back from Coors.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history.
By Trey Turner.
Scott Alexander's now in the game with Bryce Harper at the plate. Harper's 2 for 3. He's down in the count.
Maybe
Oh,
that's the scouting report, but
and
you
one.
have to swing like that on your first swing. That's when you get off the scouting report.
You gotta see it, use your eyes.
You gotta use your eyes.
he's got Trey at second.
pulls
Harper
that
ground ball.
He pops out to
Amador's
second.
got it. Fired to first.
Tired.
And that'll end the inning.
It's over,
But the Phillies get a 2-run double from Trey and a 2-run homer from Bone. And they take the lead 6-3. Heading into the bottom of the 8th at Coors. Can the Rockies respond? We'll be right back. From
At
Colorado.
Giant, our store brands are today's no-brainer way to save on every shelf.
Bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for the Phillies is Carlos Hernandez. They now have the lead 6-3. And popped up into the seats.
Pitched a scoreless 7th inning.
Strike one on Tovar.
And Hernandez had been warming up when the Phillies were down by 1, and Rob Thompson has decided to stay with him here with a 3-run lead. He's got to find some things out about his bullpen.
Tovar fouls another one off. Quickly, 0-2 on him. Oh. Tovar is 2 for 3. A solo homer,
Tovar 2 for
a
3.
single,
2 RBIs.
2 RBIs.
3 RBIs.
Tovar high fly ball to right, hooking foul.
Watches him go back into the seats.
You keep rushing that fastball up there until Tovar makes the adjustment. Or you could throw a breaking ball on top of the plate here. You go above the zone with a fastball or bounce the hook.
0-2 again. Tovar to right field. Castellanos is there to make the catch. 1 out.
That's good. That's one where you just witnessed the first couple of swings. Obviously, Tovar way late. Any ball is way foul down to the first base dugout.
And now Goodman.
And now Hunter to the plate for the Rockies. He's hitless tonight. And he takes a curveball outside for ball 1.
Kepler's in left field. So the outfield is Kepler in left, Martian
Pop
center,
foul,
and
ball 1.
Castellanos in right.
Strike 1.
I think the same on the infield.
Fastball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Halverson's ERA for the Rockies went from 3.50 up to 5.30. Wow, it's a big jump.
Slaughter in the other batter's box, taken for ball 3.
We had 1 out of Goodman.
And Hernandez starting to lose Hunter.
2.
Foul ball will run this count full. Fly ball center field. Marsh is calling for it. He's there. 2 outs.
For the second out.
Those runs that Turner were able to plate are just huge. I know that the Rockies don't have the best record this year, but this place could be a house of horrors. You just don't know. You just can't have enough insurance runs here at Coors Field.
Michael Toglia to the plate.
Against any team.
Yeah.
He's 1 for 3.
Totally is 1 for 3. Swings
And
the first
he
pitch,
fouls
bounces
off the first pitch.
His first 3 at-bats were right-handed. This one here left-handed.
And 211 on the year, 6 homers, 19 RBIs.
A 1. Swing and a miss.
Swing left-handed and right.
Looked like he was out in front of that splitter there. And it's quickly 0-2 on Toglia.
I always felt fairly comfortable if I had 3 at-bats right-handed in a game and switched over to my 4th at-bat, say left-handed.
What's that?
Swing and a miss.
That's certainly
Toglia goes down swinging on 3 straight pitches to end the 8th inning. The lead stays at 3 for the Phillies, and we head to the 9th inning.
We'll go to the 9th.
Be right back.
For the Phils, at least
Scott Alexander stays in for the 9th inning. He'll face Schwarber. Already 1-0 on
Schwarber.
Schwarber.
For the Rockies with Kyle Schwarber due up. It'll be Schwarber, Castellanos, Realmuto for the Phils. Phillies have 13 hits tonight.
Outside 2-0.
looks like it'll be
Kyle
just
Schwarber's over 3. He's
inning, nobody warming up in the Rockies bullpen.
only got a walk in the first inning. But nothing else to show for it besides that. That's a
That was a good pitch.
ball. A sinker that looked like it was right down the pipe, but apparently not in the home plate umpire's eyes. It's 3-0. The count in Schwarber's favor. And he might draw a leadoff walk here. Nope.
3-1.
At least not for the moment, he's not. Strike 1. Sinker right down the pipe. We got 2 arms warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. It's O'Ryan and Banks.
Banks.
I don't think so, but it's not a save situation.
Schwarber fouls it off, and we'll run this count full.
Again, the Mets have already lost 3-1 to the Red Sox. The Dodgers are trailing the Diamondbacks 7-0. You might think to yourself, well, what's that? What's the big deal with that? It's the National League West.
Full count delivery.
Tonight,
Schwarber, high fly ball, right field. That's not coming back. Kyle Schwarber has left the building.
What a shot by Kyle Schwarber! And the Phillies
Number 16 is a no-doubter. 466. He hit that. 7-3 Phils.
milestone home run for Kyle Schwarber would come with some length to it. Wow.
Imagine hitting 300 doubles in your career. 300 homers? My goodness.
And with authority and
Oh,
again
man.
against the left-hander,
That's his
which is
300th?
appropriate
Nice.
considering how well he has hit left-handers this year.
That was at the upper deck, too.
They're in batting practice. He does it in the game.
A hell of a way to get your 300th career homer.
16-6.
163rd.
What an awesome achievement
Baseball history.
for Kyle Schwarber. Nick Castellanos rips one over the head of Tovar for a base hit.
I wouldn't be surprised, huh, if he had 300 more in him. They just punishes baseballs.
And the Phillies are just teeing off on this Rockies bullpen. Here's JT Realmuto. He's 0 for 4.
All right, here's JT in the dirt.
And that's a changeup in the dirt. It got away from Stalling. Castellanos stays put.
The 466 feet off the bat of Kyle Schwarber is the third longest home run in Major League Baseball.
Sinker that catches his own, strike one.
That's pretty incredible. He's hit some long ones. The longest one this year is from Mike Trout. That was 484 against San Francisco. And then Aaron Judge, 468
1-1 offering.
against Nestor Cortez.
Inside and away.
And now it's Kyle Schwarber on his
2 balls, 1
300th
strike.
career home run.
It's just watching that man hit a baseball. It never gets old.
Realmuto hits a chopper. McMahon's got it. Fire to first. 1 out. Castellanos moves up to second.
Well, there's 1 out. Good for him. He's become one of our favorite players, not only because of what he does on the field, but who he is off the field. For the clubhouse, for the organization, for the game of baseball.
Yeah.
Now here's the man who gave the Phillies
Here's
the
Alec
lead in the
Bohm
8th
for
inning with a
2 hits.
homer, Alec Bohm. And he hits one up to center. It's right to Bretton Doyle. 2 outs.
I think probably the biggest swing of the
Castellanos
game,
stays
Alec
put at
Bohm.
second.
Last inning putting the Phils up by a run with that 2-run blast to center.
And now Edmundo Sosa to the plate with 2 outs in the 9th.
466, just remarkable. I remember that playoff home run against the Padres, which was
Sosa fouls the first pitch off himself. 0-1.
It was 468, but you know what? You could be right.
3 singles and a run scored for Sosa.
We re-hit it in San Diego. I'd never seen a ball go up there, ever.
Swing, and the man's chased the changeup
Bonds hit in the
down low, and it's quickly 0-2 on Sosa.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, 488 was the one against the Padres in 2022. Look at the smile.
You'd be smiling too if you hit one that far.
Phillies all of a sudden have 7 runs on 15 hits.
Payoff pitch from Alexander, and
This
Sosa
guy's
takes
got
his
3.
time. 1-2.
Castellanos at second base.
Sosa rips one to left field, and it's gone! Edmundo Sosa hits his first homer of the season in the left field corner. 9-3 Phillies in the 9th. A 2-run shot for Edmundo Sosa, and he is 4 for 5 on the night. What a night for the Phillies here in Colorado.
One arm's and one out of here.
I thought it was hook and foul at first, but no.
It's a baseball.
It just got in off the corner,
That's his first home run of the year.
and it's home run number 1 of 2025 for Sosa. And now here's Max Kepler to the plate with 2 outs in the 9th inning, and the Phillies just increasing that lead.
386.
One and one. Sinker outside.
386. raised his batting average 40 points.
Kepler rips one to the left. That's down for a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the track. Beck slips on the throw in, and Max Kepler is just going to get a stand-up double.
I know one thing. That swing right there needs to be bobbled. That was perfect.
And the Phillies
so beautifully to Max Kepler.
are red hot at the plate at the moment.
Watch his head down on the baseball. Quiet load. Boom. Let it get deep in the zone. That is pretty.
And then it went all the way to the track, and Jordan Beck slipped trying to throw it in. And Kepler was easily safe at second. And now Brandon Marsh, who's a perfect 2 for 2 for the plate tonight. He's the 9-hitter.
Alexander's kind of taking one for the team here a little bit.
And he'll come up to bat with Kepler in scoring position.
It took a little while. Man loves baseball.
Marsh ground ball right to Amador, fire to first, and the Rockies finally get out of this nightmare inning where Kyle Schwarber crushes career home run number 300, and then Edmundo Sosa gets a home run, and the Phillies tack on 3 more runs. We'll be right back from Colorado for the bottom of the ninth.
Hot coffee for $1.
Bottom of the ninth.
Bottom of the ninth inning.
New pitcher for the Phillies. Tanner Banks comes in,
He delivers high.
and he misses way up high with a sweeper to Bretton Doyle.
Sent to Carlos
1-0.
Hernandez.
The
They
count.
stabilize things out of the pen to make sure that Phil's
Doyle fouls that one back. It's
get an
1-1.
opportunity to score some runs. I also feel good for Christopher Sanchez that he does not get a loss in today's game. Because he pitched well enough that he could have gotten the win.
It's great. He kept his ball club in.
Doyle's 1 for 3, reached on error and got an RBI double. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, fastball at the top of the zone.
Doyle is 1 for 3. RBI double his last time.
One-two pitch. Doyle fouls it back and stays alive.
Schwarber became the 11th active player to reach
And the
300
1-2.
runs.
Doyle fly ball center field. Marsh is there for the first out of the bottom of the ninth.
Don't forget Michael Barkat and Ricky Metallico are standing by after the game. Phillies postgame live presented by Pure Auto Insurance. Lot to talk about with this
And
one.
now, coming up to the plate for the Rockies, it's
Two
Ryan
or three
McMahon.
different kind of games.
They didn't seem too confident in that 7th inning hit, did they?
No.
McMahon swings and misses at a sweeper. That was right down the pipe for strike 1.
This group's always confident.
Yeah. I just thought their at bats, they just needed to get into the bullpen. Yeah, outside.
Sweeper outside and low, ball 1. Fastball taken at the top or upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Rockies down by 6. No one on the base paths. 2-1 offering is fouled off. Two on McMahon.
McMahon 0 for 3 in the dirt.
And sweeper in the dirt.
2 strikes.
We'll run this count full.
Again, we started to talk about the fact that if the Phillies win tonight, and if the Arizona, and they're only in the 4th inning, if it stays that way, the Phillies will have the best
3-2
record.
delivery. McMahon
Best record.
strikes out.
As McMahon is down on strikes.
Sweeper
2 outs.
that got by him, and the Rockies are down to their final out.
Pulled the string here to Banks on McMahon. It's McMahon way out in front. everything going one way.
And
pitch
the
going
last
other.
hope for the Rockies is Mickey Moniak.
Outside.
And a slider that goes way outside and low and gets by a Real Muto. Ball one. Moniak shoots it foul. Count tied at 1.
Wilson Sanchez going to 6 innings. Not burning up your bullpen a whole lot. First game of this 7-game road trip.
Moniak, high fly ball to center field. Marsh backing up to the track, and he makes the catch, and that'll do it. The Phillies get it done in Coors Field, 9-3, with a barrage late in the going. Led off by Alec Boehm hitting a 2-run homer, and then Trey Turner got a 2-run double, and number 300 for Schwarber, and then a 2-run homer for Sosa for his first in 2025. What a win for the Phillies. See you later. Every out. Peace.
Was that the explosion?